Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good. Sorry I haven't made these videos in a while. I got caught up with life. It happens. I am currently a student. I'm on my senior year, trying to get my bachelor's in finance, and I had finals 2 weeks ago, and after I completed the finals I had to catch up on all the things that I allowed to slip at my house because I decided to take 7 classes in one semester. But I'm back on track. I'm going to make these videos a little bit more often again, and we'll start moving towards individual stocks as we go. But today I wanted to just speak about the SPY and get back into the groove of things. For the lower risk range of the week, I have 385. That's just a retest of last week's low. I will find it surprising if we get below the 385 mark. 385 was the target that I had. We came just above that, and then we turned around. Today's close was a very indecision type of day. There was a big battle between the bulls and the bears, and it was very neutral. You could see that you have a long wick on top, long wick on the bottom. The candle is very small. There's very little decision making to be made there. For the week, I have 415 as the higher risk range. I think 415 is where we really see a good battle. 406.41 of course is the closest level of resistance that I see, but I don't see us having a problem getting past 406.41 and going towards 415. At 415 we're going to be testing that 20-day moving average, and if we do break above that 415, there's going to be a heavier resistance at the 430 mark. 430 mark is very optimistic. I know that it sounds very optimistic, but let me show you how I come up with the 430. If we go to the put and call ratio, you could see that 430 right here, this 430, that's where you have the largest amount of puts that will expire worthless, and you have the largest amount of calls that will expire worthless. So that 430 right there is the wall. That's the decisive wall where the battle will happen between the bulls and the bears. Another thing that makes me look at that 430 mark is how I come up with a lot of these things is we have these movements. So we had the all-time high right up here, and we had the first initial drop. And I always measure the market. When you take that measurement from the all-time high to its initial drop, then you can start speculating right there. You can see that's where the next drop is, and that's how sometimes I'm able to say, oh, I think this is the bottom, or I think we're close to the bottom, is based on those measurements. I always measure the market. So the last run that we had off of a low was from right around the 430 mark. We came all the way up to the 456 area. So if we take that measurement and we go off of the most recent low, look at that, lands right around that 430. So again, I'm not saying 430 will be it's not going to be tomorrow. It might not be by Friday, but I think that's the highest that we will go before we see a hard battle being fought between the bears and the bulls. 415 being the first. That's the first battle. I think we'll finish in around that area by Friday, and possibly next week around the 430 range. I will be surprised if we make it past the 430. The sentiment right now is so negative. The sentiment has only ever been this low without a recession one time in the past, and that's during the 2011 bear market. The sentiment was as low as it is now, and that's the only time in history sentiment has been this low without there being an actual bear market. One thing also that I wanted to show you on the weekly is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive red weeks. 6 weeks in a row. That has only happened one time since Only one time in history have we dropped 7 consecutive weeks since 1950. Only one time we've gone 7 weeks, and that one time that we went 7 weeks, we ended up going the 8th week. And again, only one time in history have we gone 8 consecutive down weeks. This does seem to be a record-breaking year. This is not a record I want to break. Of course, the market doesn't care what I want. But I do think that we are due for a little rally. I don't think we're due for an enormous rally. I by no means think that we are out of the downtrend. We barely made a couple of good green days, and we are far from recovery. It has been difficult. If you're struggling out there, you're not alone. What I do expect to see from here is movements up, getting challenged at that 406, coming back down to retest that level, and then continuing to move up to the next level. When you start seeing movements like that, that's when you can start saying, okay, now we can start calling the bottom. From that 415, again, we'll likely go down to 406.41 and then move up to the 430. Those are the lightning bolts those are the things that I always refer to as lightning bolts, or you can call them the ABC patterns. The SPY does have there's ABC patterns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns, and the SPY does have a solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with it being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, and then this being the final drop. It could play out like this. Another way you could look at it is you have A, B, C. So, and you look at it on a technical analysis, the 20% is what I was looking for. We got it. A, B, C, we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we got it. So, could this be the bottom? It could. But I would tell you to still be cautious. Continue to exit your trades when you have profit. Day trading is the best thing you could do right now. Swing trading is very difficult because the swings, the volatility that we're getting is too big for my comfort. I was selling puts when we were at 400 because even though I was expecting to get to 385, I thought that because of this measurement right here, that we were going to stop at around that 400 level and then make another leg down to 385. Instead, we just skipped that 400 level and went all the way down to 385. So these measurements are good to give us estimates for entries and exits, but they're not written in stone, and we can overshoot those markers. So again, 385 is what I would consider the lower end of the spectrum for the week. 415 is what I would consider the upper end of the spectrum for the week, and 430 would be the the upper end of the spectrum for a 2-week outlook. And a 2-week outlook, I still don't expect to go under 385. I don't think we'll get under 385. If we do, it'll likely be coming off of the 430, making another leg down after we get news of another rate hike. But between now and the next rate hike, I would expect lightning bolts all the way up to 430. I hope this helps. Again, I'm not making these videos to tell you that the market's going up or that the market's going down. I'm not doing these videos to tell you you should be a bull or you should be a bear. I'm just hoping to show you how I pick my entries and exits, what I consider the lines of support and resistance, and hopefully you can see the same. If you can, jump on the Discord, tell me what you're looking at. If you look at Fibonacci's, tell me what percentage you're looking at, tell me where they are, and we'll discuss it, and we'll both be better traders because of it. Hope to see you around, and remember to hit like and share it with your friends.